Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to wrap up the morning with this. We had, and this is for those that have hung on, and I told you I would wrap up with my opinion of my discussion with the Representative Matt Gutler. You have a picture of Matt you can put up there. So this is Representative, 8th District Representative, Georgia House 8th District Representative Matt Gutler. And he is he put in and pre-filed a bill, okay, for constitutional carry. So I just want to go over a couple things here. The lawmakers say there's no need for gun carry permit. So this was Fox 5 ran a big story, and this was on November 21st, and he says, well, it's dying down now. It's the 27th. A Georgia lawmaker is aiming to change gun laws in the state. State Representative Matt Gutler says, we all have the right to bear arms, so we shouldn't need a permit as well. Representative Gutler has pre-filed legislation for Georgia to become a constitutional carry state. Okay. This is only for law-abiding citizens who want to be able to conceal or open carry a pistol in the state of Georgia, said Representative Gutler. All right. So that caused some backlash, and Fox 5 grabbed it. Channel 11 grabbed up. Brian Kemp supports bill that would end need for gun carry permit. Governor-elect Brian Kemp said he supports constitutional carry. Now, I never got a direct answer from Representative Gutler. I do know this. Now, let me be clear on the interview, okay? I do know this, that throughout the primary, there was a major brouhaha over Second Amendment. Remember, Casey Cagle got the NRA endorsement. Oliver North came down to Gainesville to endorse him for the NRA, and he got the big endorsement from the NRA, but Casey Cagle would never release his, questionnaire to the NRA. Now, the questionnaire in the NRA, I can't say quote, I can find it, okay? I can't say quote, but the NRA questionnaire did discuss constitutional carry, all right? And several candidates sent me their NRA questionnaire. Primary candidate at that time, Brian Kemp, did. And when he sent it to me, it is about as pro-Second Amendment as you could ever get. So yes, I believe the governor-elect is pro-Second Amendment. Yes, I believe the governor-elect could probably support constitutional carry. Yes, I do. But here's another thing I know. I know there's a group, Georgia gun owners, okay? Not bad people. Relax. They'll probably attack me. But not bad people, but Georgia gun owners, this group, consistently followed candidates around. And that's their issue, okay? And I'm okay, but it's a single issue that they find importance in. I kindly would like to see if we can roll back some of the $26 billion that went up $5.5 billion. I'd like to see that as a priority. Now, the Representative Gutler said, that he felt the constitutional carry was high enough in a priority. But I kind of like to see mine as rolling back some of the $26 billion if he's the conscience of the Republican Party in Georgia, okay? And that's what he labeled himself, the conscience of the Republican Party in the whole state of Georgia. He is it. Because you realize what he said this morning, cowardly Republicans are hiding behind him. They feel the same way. They can't come out. Why not? Why not? If your district elected you and you feel you're representing your district and you're the conscience of the Republican Party, why leave it up to one when there's power in numbers? Okay? Even the Freedom Caucus, as small as they are in the big fish tank up there in Washington, D.C., they got several members. So why they haven't created a conscience of the Republican Party caucus down there that people are not hiding behind, I don't know. But I think the $26 billion budget can be reeled back a little bit. I think some of the other taxes can be reeled back a little bit. Showing favoritism for jet fuel. Not all of us have jets, and I do understand it spurs the economy, and I understand I understand all that, okay? Creating jobs, the whole 9 yards. But I didn't see the representative run up there because of it helping the NFL to try to repeal, which it won't happen, and it's silly in some ways, the sales tax exemption for the NFL on tickets. I didn't see that. I have a hard time figuring out what subsidies in South Georgia that these farmers are getting that they should not get. I'm not in favor of big subsidies. I'm not in favor of just giving out money. But you know, there's a time when our government is to do what they did in protecting and helping us. Now, I know some people out there yelling, big government. Look, listen, we spend tax money. Our tax money goes in. Instead of seeing General Motors and losing 11 point some million, I'd rather help our pecan, whichever, potato, pecan farmers in South Georgia. I'd rather do everything to help them come back. So I'm just a little confused on how you can give a jet fuel tax break, okay, and then argue to take the hotel motel $5 a night tax off, which I'm not saying I disagree with that, okay? But it's just like you're picking certain groups that can get the deal. I think, my opinion, that maybe it was one last time Mr. Gutler could say, finger in the eye to Governor Nathan Deal. If you think, Nathan Deal, you got involved in it's a poke in the chest. You like that, getting to poke them in the chest. It's if you think you got involved in my campaign, and I'm going to come down there and vote for anything for you, oh no, I'm going to go home with a no. That's just my opinion. Maybe he didn't. He said it's ridiculous. Hey, every once in a while I make ridiculous comments. But maybe it was a poke in the eye at Nathan Deal. But I asked him, would he vote no on the same exact piece of legislation if the 8th District, okay, if the 8th District was devastated by any kind of natural disaster, much like South Georgia? It took a little while, but I think the video says he finally said he couldn't vote yes on that piece of legislation no matter where it was in the state. Interesting. I'm starting to wonder, I'd like to know the conscience of the party, where the party stands. Because I think there's something to be said with this comment, conscious of the party. Because in Georgia is not coming to terms. John Watson, the chair of the GOP or whatever in Georgia, the Georgia Republican Assembly. To me, the Georgia Republican Assembly, I have friends on there, and I hope I'll still be your friend when we're done. But the Georgia Republican Assembly, to me, their only enemy that I see when I look them up is Republicans. I don't see them finding, you're going to yell, oh no, we are big, we went against Stacey Abrams. But I really don't see the enemy day to day as the Democrats in Georgia. I see it as the Republicans. Some for good reason. Do you really think Governor-elect Brian Kemp should have had to deal? Georgia gun owners, Georgia Assembly, Republican Assembly. You can go on your Facebook page. You got it right there. You got it written all over there. Do you really think that was the priority this week? Did we need to put Kemp under this kind of pressure? He needs to do the transition. He needs to get a budget set. All right? Now, Matt Gutler, in his first term, did not even get, I'm going to say, I think, a bill to committee. He never got a bill to the floor. Nothing he has sponsored has gotten to the floor. You know what they say, may your conscience be your guide. Okay? And his conscience right now in the Republican Party, okay, he's never got a bill to the floor. I'm not against the guy. I'm just a little bit of wondering. Because I'm wondering how he could say in SB 3, which I found interesting, he pre-filed 2, 3, and 4. SB 3 and SB 4, I wonder how he can go to his friends in South Georgia and say, I want to see if you can give me support and help me get SB 2 passed, SB 3 passed, SB 4 passed. He may have, he said they understand, but he may have some of them in South Georgia saying, have you lost your mind asking me for support after what you did to my district, voting against it? I don't know. Maybe he didn't do a bad thing. Just saying. I don't think Governor Nathan Deal needed that right now. I don't think he needed the Channel 11. North Georgia Republican files bill to allow permitless carry of guns. And that was November 21st, 2018. Okay, and let's see. And then Georgia House backs hurricane relief plan tax break for airlines. So he backed the airline tax break. But the House passed the spending measure 162-1, with State Representative Matt Gutler, Republican of Tiger, the only member opposing it. Only member opposing it. Maybe the conscience should. I don't know. Not opposed to constitutional carry. Don't want the argument, folks. I just think right now that did you notice the question on when you did this? Did you not think about December 4th? You realize Stacey Abrams and this is what I don't say bothers me. I like this young representative and I like the fire and everything, but when you say your conscience be your guide, okay? Who was cheerleading? Go get that constitutional carry pre-file done. Who was doing that cheerleading? Vote no against Deal on this in the South Georgia, and then go get that constitutional carry bill filed. Who was cheerleading? The Georgia Republican Assembly? I don't know. According to their, not me. According to their Facebook page, Georgia gun owners? Not me. According to their Facebook page, I know who's cheering against it. See, Republicans make the biggest mistake over and over. Every time they think for 1 minute that the media likes them. And the Atlanta media just loved him pre-filing constitutional carry. Oh, they're blowing it up. And I asked him, did you think about that? Well, not to say quote, but no, I really didn't think that, I just really didn't think about that. So you want me to believe, which I know he's not lying, I don't want to imply the word lie, okay, but you want me to believe, because I asked, did you get in touch with Governor-elect Kemp? And say, hey man, you know all those times on the campaign trail I was telling you that I was going to file this? I'm doing it today. And did Governor-elect Kemp call you back and say, way to go, Matt? I mean, that's what I need on my desk right this minute, is I need that. Because Stacey Abrams has a new foundation, or a new nonprofit that she has started. The Common Cause and all the lefties are filing federal lawsuits. Sarah Riggs-Amico's got a couple whack jobs that are fronting some federal lawsuits. If they could get John Barrow, the Democrat, elected as Secretary of State, he will have a major say in the 2020 election, and he will also have a major say in how we defend these federal lawsuits, okay? Or if he sends an attorney from the Secretary of State's office to a federal lawsuit and says, we agree, Your Honor. See, man, I'm just going to tell you, I think we should have got sent before, I think we should have got past December 4th. I really don't think Governor-elect Brian Kemp would have asked for that bill to be pre-filed last week. And I'm going to tell you right now, you weren't able to get things worked out to where you could jihad with the last gov And be careful not to mess up your opportunity with this one to go to his office and appeal on some things you want to do that he may want to support you on. So next time, Representative Gutler, an interest group, I'm going to say it, an interest group encourages you to be the lead on something and let your conscience be your guide. Maybe pick up the phone and say, Governor Kemp, can I talk to you a minute one-on-one? Just say it. Just say it. I'm your host, BKP. It is now time for It's the Replay with Dave Garner. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't, tune in tomorrow. I'll try it again, see if I can get, things worked out to where you enjoy tomorrow's show. All right, let's go, Josh.